here with Ben and Nikki from the band Bodega. How are you guys doing?
We're amazing.
Yeah, we're doing great.
Amazing how apropos. So the album Broken Equipment, the story behind the album is that you were in a book club. You know, in what way did it inspire?
What I really gather from the book club is our friendship that was born, because we have some new members in our band now, and we're recruited from the book club. Our bass player, Adam, he teaches philosophy in an academic setting. So we wanted something more low key where we can just drink beer and sit around with friends and read philosophy anew again, read the classics just for pleasure. We got really close because of it.
Our ideologies were not all aligned. But that's what actually makes it interesting, makes what we were doing, like the contrasting of ideas, just kind of really important to how Bodega writes and what Bodega wants to write about.
Watch the Throne. I love that one. Can you tell us about that song?
We got the concept of throneness from Heidegger's Being in Time. The concept of throneness in Heidegger is that when you're born, you're thrust into this world. None of us chose to be alive in 2022 in this era with these values, with our genetics. You don't get to choose who your parents are. You don't get to choose where you live. You don't get to choose what your own thoughts are.
And I was thrown here by chance, and I was targeted by new age ads.
The song, in some ways, is that age-old question of how can the self be itself if it's thrust into this deterministic society.
I like how deep you guys are.
Not stuck in the plan. See, none of what's here appeared by chance.
The song that we started playing first is just a banger, and it's called Doers.
No, I don't have time for a call. If words are urgent, you can post it on my wall.
I read that it was the impetus of self-help books and vlogs.
I wanted to develop a more virtuous character, as it were. It's kind of embarrassing. I watched so many like self-help things on YouTube. These are the right habits to follow. This is the right way to exercise. This is the right way, things like that. And a lot of it is just absolute trash. The corollary to that, which Doers is directly about, is how to be like the most productive person.
Better stretch. This city's made for the doers. The movers, shakers, not connoisseurs. This city's
Under our culture, our hyper-digital, late capitalist world, hyper-productivity is a disease in a way, and more is not always better. I was on the train and I saw an ad that was for one of those online things that will deliver food to you. And it said, like, you're too busy crushing your multiple projects that you don't have time to make dinner tonight. So order with us, because you're a doer. I thought, there's something so insidious about that. It's like, you're so pathetic, you can't even cook your own meals.
And can you?
Yeah.
I never was born with God. Never had a need to rape or pillage.
You were talking about Nikki writing her own parts, and I thought it was interesting that on the song Statuette on the console, I read that she recorded alternate versions in 8 different languages.
Well, the song was about shifting perspectives and also external forces having power over you. English is probably something that's an external force that a lot of people can't escape themselves from. It's like it's like the language that we're trying to make universal and like put upon all these different cultures. I was like, well, if I'm really singing about this, then I should try my best to speak to people in their own language.
Statuette on the console. Statuette on the console.
The woman who helped me do the Greek version, she's coming to our Brighton shows, and I'm gonna sing that for her, the Greek version for her.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, this has been Amazing Radio. This has been the release of the week with Bodega. The album is called Broken Equipment. Thank you so much.
Thank you for taking the time to talk to us.